What's up, guys? It's your homeboy, Cowboy Crunk, your war daddy, coming to you from Bahrain, Manama, here in the Middle East headquarters. Wanted to say thank you guys, really thank you guys for all the support the other day. I hadn't done a video in 3 weeks. I've been busy, extremely busy. If you're part of this channel, I appreciate your support. Like I said, if you're not part of the channel, stay by a minute or two and let me say thanks to a few people and subscribe to the channel and enjoy the videos. Please like and subscribe. Liking the videos shoots these videos to the top of the search engine. I don't like to try to sell myself. This isn't for me. But a lot of you cowboy guys, I really respect what you've said this week and all the thanks and everything. So in saying that, I wanted to say just hello to a few. I didn't have time to answer my replies this week, but I wanted to say thanks to a lot of the normals out there. And I won't hit all your names, but please give me some time. I keep track of this. So Tim Scott, Uncle Fester, Hector Vegas, Jeremy X, Big Dan Blatt Splat. Always dropping some knowledge on the channel. South of Heaven, sub his channel up. South of Heaven 88. Thomas Garrett, always on target. That's my man Target. Everything he says, every quote he has on the channel, man, is always on point. That's why I called him my man Target. Cowboy X Factor, JoJo Dancer, Robert Bass, and Buddy Johnson. Everybody's best friend, Buddy Johnson. Thank you guys, man. It's been a tough transition for me. And now let's get into this cowboy stuff. First of all, we got to kill the white elephant. The white elephant in the room. It just happened to be kind of weird. I come into the apartment today, and the cleaning service left this white elephant, which is carrying in our sponsor today. Our sponsor, my sponsor, who's helped me through the season, Captain Morgan. Cowgirl Crunk, I know, not too happy with my friend Captain Morgan sometimes, but hey, he's got me through the season, and no harm done, no harm, no foul. So I want to move into what I think is going on right now. If you guys know my channel, a lot of it is scenario based, what I think is going to happen, what could happen. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. But in this scenario, we're leading into the draft. This is part of my favorite season. Who we're looking at, are we going to get a safety? Cowboy Crunk was dead wrong last year. Dead wrong. Thought we were going to go get a safety, and what happened? We got Tristan Hill, we got Connor McGovern, and we didn't even see those two guys on the field. So horrible draft last year as far as I'm concerned. We should have got a safety. So was I wrong? No. I was wrong. We didn't get a safety, but what we should have done, we should have got a safety. So we're leading into that this year. We'll see where that goes. We're going to start studying for that. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm gonna be picking this back up. I'm in this apartment here for about the next month and a half. I'll be doing a lot of house hunting and stuff, which actually House Hunters International was supposed to come here to the Cowboy Crunk show, and they were going to do, if you guys ever watch HGTV, my wife's big into that, I kind of watch it too. They were going to come here while I did my house hunting, and I was going to be on HGTV doing the house hunting here, but they weren't able to come into a military type organization and type facility here in the Middle East. I think was part of it too. So here's my scenario on what's going on now with the Jason Garrett situation. As I posted yesterday, yes, I do think he's gone. That's pretty evident. I've got two scenarios. I have actually a dream scenario, and guys, give me a second on this. Let me explain it before you shoot me down, before you say, oh, Cowboy Crunk is completely crazy. Well, yeah, the idea is crazy, but this is what I would like to see happen, and I don't think not many people out there would argue with this. I would love to see Jerry Jones at his age say he's stepping down a little bit and giving at least his name as the GM to his son, Stephen Jones. And then promoting Stephen Jones would leave that position open. They could move Will McClay up into Stephen Jones' position, and that would put Jason Garrett there in Will McClay's position. Or some kind of shift in that aspect. The main thing, Jerry Jones saying, hey, look, I need to step back. He takes a lot of criticism. We know he likes it, but that has got to get old. He's got to start hearing this criticism that he's the reason some of these wheels fall off. He's the reason Jason Garrett's voice is not heard sometimes. And Jason Garrett mismanages the clock, mismanages timeouts, mismanages when to go for it on 4th and 1. And he doesn't do it one week and he gets criticized because he didn't do it. Then the next week he does it just to say, oh shit, I have to do it because they criticized me, and he does it at the wrong time. I mean, no, make coaching decisions. Don't listen to the media and when his owners pissed it in one week, do the opposite the next week. You might have done, you guys understand. I don't need to continue to hammer that nail into the fucking wood when it's already through the floor and into the neighbor's apartment below you. I mean, that's just the situation. But I think that would be one scenario I would actually like. But I think more what's happening is there's other moves being made and they kind of want to make these moves at one time, or possibly they have an idea of who they're bringing in, and they might be bouncing off of the new individual coming in. You don't want to, let's say Kellen Moore for a perfect example. If they possibly are trying to get a read on Kellen Moore, they might reach out to Lincoln Ryan and say, do you want to keep, Kellen Moore? Or you going to bring in your own offensive coordinator? Are you going to, do these things? If they're bringing in a defensive-minded coach, do you want to keep Marinelli? I mean, really, truthfully, the defensive line fell off the cliff this year, especially DeMarcus Lawrence. But then again, you look back and all of the tutorage that was done under Marinelli that brought DeMarcus Lawrence to where he is was done by him. But then this year, you have the two guys that came in on defensive line and probably did the best, even though it was inconsistent because they weren't on the field as much as Robert Quinn and Michael Bennett. Those guys had more of an impact, not more of an impact than DeMarcus Lawrence. Now, they didn't. But Robert Quinn did have more sacks. And Michael Bennett was right up there in that equation with DeMarcus Lawrence on a lot of situations as far as sacks and hurries and rushes like that. So that's my situation. That's why I think it's taken a little time. Of course, Jason Garrett is gone. We don't need to beat that horse to death. We just need to. They're beating that horse to death slowly. Actually, is what they're doing, and it's kind of wrong. But there may be some scenarios behind that we don't understand. Like I said, bringing in a new guy that they're trying to get a feel on who he wants to keep, who they want to do this all at once, or they're letting Jason Garrett say goodbye to everyone. They're trying to give him that time, which kind of makes sense. Let him say goodbye to his players in one-on-one situations and those things. But I'm literally hoping that, and I think Jason Garrett would be a good person to step in to some of these positions, such as Will McClay's position, Stephen Jones moving, or somewhere in executive management. If Jerry Jones says he's giving up, as the GM, I'm just gonna reside as the CEO, and I'm gonna run this team as an owner. That's my dream scenario. Do I think that's gonna happen? Very, very unlikely, but just a dream, guys. So as I do, you guys keep on dreaming. You guys know, like I said, like and subscribe to the channel. This is a scenario-based channel. I'm not always right. We had a lot of scenarios for the draft. A lot of the players I was reviewing for the draft did very well this year. A couple of them were injured, so that we didn't get to see the prospects on the field that I thought that were going to be there. One of them being Jalen Hurd, that went to San Francisco, was hurt a lot of the year, but was outstanding in preseason. He had an outstanding preseason camp and then had to be put on, I think he was on IR most of the year. So I do review a lot of the draft players. I do hit the nail on the head sometimes, but sometimes, it's not always there. So just wanted to shoot that to you guys. That's where I'm standing on this Jason Garrett scenario. It's going to get done. It'll happen sooner or later. It just takes time, and we see that the Dallas Cowboys do like to slow roll things. And as far as I'm concerned, like I said, I'm a win-based channel. As long as we have a good team like we had coming into this season, you will not hear me predict the Cowboys are going to lose. I predicted this season, game by game, I predicted we're going to win every week. I didn't say we're going to go 16-0, but every week I will give you the scenario of what it's going to take to beat the next team, especially if we have a team like we had this year. It was very upsetting, very demoralizing, very non-accomplishing. That was the word. If that non-accomplishing is a word, non-accomplishing, I guess, would be a word. We didn't accomplish anything other than possibly, we're going to revamp our coaching staff, and we were determining that's the problem. and we hope that is. You always, you make a coaching change, you make a quarterback change. Sometimes you step in the wrong pile, and we could be doing that as well. You never know. I don't think getting rid of Jason Garrett is wrong, but now we've got to move to the next step. You got to get the right guy. You can't just say we're going to get rid of our coach, now we're going to win. No, coaches are hard to come by, just as quarterbacks are. That's why some people are, we got to move on from Dak. You've got a guy that's winning you games. You got a guy that's quality guy. You got a guy that's a good person in the community and plays good football and wins and wins and wins. And he just had a really awkward season, outstanding quarterback season and a horrible winning season. And he was a winner the first 3 years. So just an odd season for us. If you want to know why I evaluated it that way, look back at the last few videos and I'll tell you why we lost. I don't want to put that on this one. It goes into it too far. The video's getting too long already. But that's my scenario, guys. I think Jason Garrett's gone. They're looking at some other coaches. They don't want to make the move too quick. Maybe there's some other coaches, they're wanting to do like a few guys at a time, maybe Marinelli. What's going to happen? They're trying to make these decisions instead of cutting a guy, waiting 4 days, cutting another coach, and then, they're going to kind of do this kind of all at once, which means that scenario that we're going to get rid of the whole coaching staff, relatively, when I say the whole coaching staff, 4 or 5 guys, you're not going to eliminate, the 18 coaches you have on the staff. 18 to 20 coaches, I think is what they have. There's all different kinds of D-back coaches, safety coach, wide receiver coaches. There's a lot of coaches. You can't do that, but you can relatively clean house. So that's my scenario, guys. It's going to take a little bit. It's time to get ready for the draft. Let's watch some playoff football. We hope the Eagles stink up the field, and we hope Carson Wentz plays good enough to stay with the Eagles, because I would like to see that. I want to see Carson Wentz stay there, but him just not be a winner. I don't think he has it in him. So that's it, guys. Cowboy Crunk from Manama, Bahrain. Like I said, I'll be doing some showing you guys some penthouses I'm looking at here and some apartments and stuff like that within the next 2 weeks, and I'll do some videos while I'm doing that. It'll be cowboy subject matter, just doing some house hunting at the same time. So take care, guys. Peace out. Stay in there, hang in there, and let's start the 2020 season off with a bang, going into this draft with some good picks. Take care, guys. Peace.